For the last 3 years, Emma Galley and Richard Dixon have been breathing new life back into antiques and collectibles.
My background's metalwork and fabrication and engineering sort of stuff, so I like the metalwork.
I tend to take on the woodworking.
Yeah.
We've been working long enough now to know who's going to make a decision in one way or the other, and yeah, and usually it's my decision. Right, let's have a look at this.
Yeah. Wow, isn't that nice?
Yeah, very nice.
Structurally sound. Possibly re-chrome the rims.
Yeah, I'd re-chrome all of this.
Yeah, I think it was bring back to life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
mint it up.
Yeah.
Like it was when it first came out.
That's right.
The,
yeah, I think it wants
factory.
Yeah.
I think it would tidy up well.
Yeah.
Maybe someone's Christmas present.
It's nice, isn't it?
But I know that if you gave that to a modern child, they'd probably go, no, thanks very much.
Richard and Emma are preparing to dismantle our Raleigh Winkie.
I'll get some spanners, we'll take this wheel off.
Yep.
And take this other wheel off and get these tyres off, and I'll get some tools.
OK.
When you take something to bits, its history begins to show itself. A previous paint job coming through and the non-matching mudguards provide tantalising clues to the trike's forgotten life.
Careful. Oh, don't bend it. One wheel off.
That's it. Take this tube off.
Could be 1960s air, that could be. Lovely.
That's it.
There we go.
That's him. On this back wheel, because it's the main driving wheel for the bike, there's a peg that goes through, which goes through the centre of the wheel, which locks it onto the shaft. Without this pegging, that would spin and the wheel would rotate without driving it.
OK.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah. Looks like I've done all the work.
That's it. You've done really good there. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's a new one. Somebody's put tape on the rim as well.
Yeah, been in the same family, passed generation to generation, kept maintaining it along the way, haven't they? And then eventually it gets so old that really it just needs a full overhaul.
Yeah, yeah.
People are going to look back with fond memories on that little Winkie, aren't they, that they had as a kid, and they're going to remember, aren't they, that theirs had this badge, bracket, whatever it might be, and yours maybe hasn't, maybe has an extra bit. Yeah, maybe not quite as straightforward as you think.
Richard and Emma have almost completely dismantled the Winkie in preparation for its metalwork to be sent away for powder coating and re-chroming.
So we're going to take this fork brace off.
Right.
2 fork legs, 2 spacer tubes.
But this last part of the fiddly deconstruction also reveals some interesting clues.
That's the original, is it?
We'll get a nice blue like that again.
OK.
See where somebody's brush painted it. The blue that's on at the moment's a bit anemic.
Yes.
The pedals and cranks should be easy to remove. Well, in theory.
Ow!
We'll warm it up.
Richard, is there a fourth option, or is this the last and final?
No, you just take the bike back.
Raleigh's slogan holding true. British made and guaranteed, the all-steel bicycle. But eventually...
There she comes.
The 60-year-old cotterpin gives up the fight.
Oh, wow, I can't believe it.
That's what we're after.
Next up, the Winkie's chain guard, which also looks like it hasn't been removed since birth.
That should come off like that, you see.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
What?
It's pale blue under there.
Yeah.
So it's been brush painted orange on top of the original colour. Yeah.
So would it have been dark blue and light blue?
Dark blue and light blue,
so
not
it's
orange.
A boy's bike.
Not orange.
At the restoration den, our deconstructed Raleigh Winkie has returned. And there's been a change of plan with the brightwork.
Chroming's so expensive, we thought that it would be a good idea to have it powder coated in like a chrome effect.
Re-chroming would have been great, but too steep at £400. At half the price, Powder coating is a sensible compromise on a bike intended for use, not display.
It's been a bit of a challenge finding all the right parts for it.
Yeah.
But we've managed to find what we need for it now.
This was helped by buying this donor bike for £170 less than ours. It had some vital bits on it that we were after.
Most of the boxes get destroyed. So luckily the donor bike had one on, but it had the lid missing. So we've had a lid and catches fabricated. Looks like a proper thing now. First job, we're going to put some bearings in this front wheel. We just put a fingerful of grease inside this race around here.
Okay.
So what we do, we get the bearings.
Yeah.
By putting the grease in, it'll hold them in place.
And repeat the lengthy process for the bottom crank.
I can do that.
And the back axle.
Fiddly process.
This continues for some considerable time.
We need all the big ones.
But Richard doesn't seem to mind.
Is it fair to say that Richard's become a little bit obsessive with this project?
I think he has, yeah. He hasn't stopped talking about it, really. So I'll be really glad when it goes.
But as the various bits are put back together, it all gets a bit more rewarding.
That's good. About there-ish.
That's it.
Now it's starting to look like a bike. Yes.
Put the chain guard on now. Slots inside there like that. Put that screw into there. It's lovely.
It's been really good. It's been very involved.
A lot of hours on it.
A lot of hours, yeah. It has been gone through with a fine-tooth comb and every piece has been brought up to a really high standard.
The brief was to restore the tricycle to a decent condition, so a child of today would be happy to own and ride it. In the 50s, it would have cost a tenner. We hope to get a few quid more when the Winkie goes under the hammer.
A pleasure to do, really. What do you think?
Yeah, very enjoyable, the end result.
The Rolls-Royce of tricycles.